following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sean in Canada. Hey, Sean, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going, brother?
It's going great, man. How you doing?
I'm a huge fan of the show. I just found out about you guys within the last month and a half.
Okay.
And I can't believe, I'm like, where did these guys come from?
How did you find out about us?
Sometimes I'll go and I'll go in the search engine and try to find some market analysis.
Okay, man. Welcome to the Tiger family. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us, man.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm just excited to watch your bid. I get a lot out of them. I really love the intros you do and the excitement and the energy, and you guys are pretty special.
Well, we get a great network, man, and there's a lot of diversity, man, and we're really lucky. Thank you so much for calling, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too, bud.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Practice makes the master. Always do your best. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 12, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's flat, gold contract down $10.80, trading at $12.16 an ounce. Silver down 15 cents, $16.10 an ounce. Platinum down 17 bucks, $9.01 an ounce. Copper flat, $2.49 a pound. Light sweet crude down 38 cents, $46.05 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 7 ticks, 124.27. 30-year bond down 17 ticks, 150.25. Now, both notes and bonds, folks, bottom line is that yesterday they rejected higher price, had lighter volume. They're going lower today, but the volume is contracting in a huge way. So we haven't got a rejection of lower price yet, but it looks like they want to reject lower price. King dollar up 599 ticks, 99.535. King dollar is filling the gap from this downdraft and has some good volume inside that fill also. The euro is trading at 108 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 114.28 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so yesterday we did 48 million shares. You're at 32 right now. We're going to do probably 48 million, 45 million, somewhere in that area. The high we're talking about in the SPY is 240.32. Yesterday, we hit 239.92. Today, hit 240.19. Bottom line, folks, is that you're going into 149 million shares. And bottom line, there's just no buyers up here. You know, no sellers, but no buyers. And you need buyers to get up and over that high, and you need sellers to come downtown. If we go over and we take a look at the S&P futures, what you're going to see inside the futures is that the futures traded. There we go. The futures traded to a price point out here today of 2,400 even. The high that we're talking about is 2397.25. Yesterday, you got to 2403. So thus far, you know, you haven't been able to hold the 2397. We're at 2395. The Dow Industrials. Let's take a look at the Dow. So inside the Dow Industrials are down 10 bucks. We're 21,001. There's two separate highs that you want to keep your eye on the Dow. The April 26th high was when it tried to get up to the March 1st high. That high there is 21,070. Bottom line, we've made it to 21,046 today, back down. And we'll see whether this closes under the 21 917, which we're under right now. You close under that, that's a subtle sign that, listen, it wants lower price. What's going to get intriguing after the close out here is that you do have Disney coming in with numbers after the close, and they come out pretty quick after the close. That's trading at 111,975 right now, and Disney came off the high on the 27th of April. It was a high of 116 and goes down fast, furious into the 109 area. What you have out here today, bottom line, what I expect you're going to see, it looks like it's a small consolidation. It doesn't look like it's going to get destroyed, but I do expect what you're going to see is a retest of the 109 area from May 4th. The composite, the NASDAQ composite and the NDX 100 both went to new highs. The composite traded 61.32. Right now, we're at 61.21, and bottom line is that if you get any close over the 61.06, bottom line, you can go higher. NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100, same setup inside NDX 100. That has reached a high of 56.91. You'd have to close underneath the 56.59 in order to get the lower price. That being said, if you go over and take a look at the NDX, the 3Qs, what you're going to see out here with the 3Qs is that you got a little bump up in volume out here today. So it's going to get intriguing watching this whole thing shake out. The reason being is this, is that on the 3rd, we did 23 million shares. We're at 20 million shares right now. Bottom line, that's looking like it wants to do some volume out here, and we'll see how that shakes out coming into the close. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract can't catch a bid. Gold contract down $10.40. You've done 223,000 contracts. This is coming against the strength that it had from March 15th. Now, the low of that is 1,200. The high is 1,225. You're at 1,217. Now, you're contracting in volume, but yet volume is still pretty high. When you get down this far into a bar, folks, the probability is you're going to hit the 1,200. We're already $10 into that bar. Silver still hasn't been able to catch a bid out here. Silver, bottom line, is at $16.10. This is straight down from $18.72 on the 17th of April. And this is going after its swing low of $15.86. What you do have is this, is that the low that was established on December 15th is 16.06. That came down with volume. Now, the ironic part about it, we hit exactly 16.06 today. That's the first part. Second part where it came up with strength was on the 3rd of January. We went from $16.10 to $16.64. So where silver closes today is going to be important. Why? Because if it can close even just a penny higher, or just hit it, you know, that would be saying, okay, it wouldn't be a rejection of lower price, but what you have, the volume is dramatically higher than both the downdraft of the 15th of December as well as the updraft of the 3rd of January, and it would basically give you another day to get a shot at higher price. Bonds, the 10-year note down 7 ticks, 923,000 contracts. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials are down 11, NASDAQ's up 19, S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
976-648. You know, if we go over and take a look at Freddie Mac. Now, this is pretty wild watching how this whole thing is going to shake out with Freddie Mac. If we take a look at, I'm going to bring this back. Let's bring it back to the election. Okay, so on November 9th, Freddie Mac is at $1.59. Bottom line, you get the election. The market's looking, saying, hey, you know, maybe we get a shot now that the government will give up Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac goes from $1.59 all the way up to $4.84. Now it's back to $2.58 rather. The thing that's intriguing here is that last week you had Treasury Secretary Mnuchin say that no, he thinks flat out that the dividends should go back to the government. Okay, so bottom line, stock goes south. So listen to this. This is. I suspect, folks, what this is going to be a lesson in is in power and money, and depending on who is in power. Once you get in power, I don't care who it is, to give up that kind of money, the Treasury doesn't want to give it up. That's the bottom line. This goes beyond the aspect of Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, all of the above. Now, so watch this. Watch the amount of money that you're talking about. Okay, so this is a great little story that's out right now because what's going on. Okay, so you have a couple firms that Perry Capital and Fair Home are battling the U.S. in courts over the fate of $188 billion in disputed dividend payments from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to the Treasury. They are challenging the change in the senior preferred dividend made 4 years after the original 2008 bailout agreement. Recoveries for investors may hinge on the GSE reform efforts in Washington and how the courts view Fair Lawn and Perry allegations that the agencies exceeded their authority. So check this out. A 2010 amendment changed the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac senior preferred dividend rate from 10% to an excess net worth sweep, where the quality dividend is the difference between each company's net worth and now $600 million. If the plaintiffs ultimately prevail, the excess dividends may be treated as a pay down of the senior preferred stock. Under this approach, the government-sponsored Enterprises pro forma balance of the senior preferred is a mere $1.4 billion, or $188 billion less than the book value will be in June. Fannie Mae will have paid listen to this number, this is like insane. Fannie Mae will have paid $115 billion more in dividends to the government by the end of June because of a change to the way the dividends are calculated. The excess net worth sweep has replaced the 10% annual rate. If courts overturn the August 2012 amendment making that change, excess dividends already paid will be recharacterized as principal payments on the senior preferred stock. That would reduce the amount Fannie Mae owes by 98% to just $2 billion, which would move preferred and common shareholders closer to any recoveries. Freddie Mac will have paid a total of $73 billion more in dividends to the U.S. Treasury by the end of June because its original 10% rate was changed to a dividend policy based on the excess net worth sweep also. If courts overturn the August 2012 amendment making the change, excess dividends already paid may be recharacterized as principal once again. Using that approach, Freddie Mac will no longer have a principal balance in its senior preferred. Furthermore, the U.S. Treasury, by this methodology, would be obligated to return $1 billion in excess dividends to Freddie. The bottom line is that what you're going to see here, and this is going to be pretty cool watching how this whole thing shakes out. Well, it's easier when you're not involved in it. But my take on it is that it's going through the courts at this particular point. I suspect if in fact the funds win, the government's still not going to give up that easy. What you're going to see here, my point is more than anything here, what you're going to see is that when that type of money comes in any organization, no matter what you think the outcome would be before the fact, because if you looked at the aspect as to before the fact, regulation-wise versus non-regulation versus with the Trump administration coming in, what you're going to find out is that Mnuchin and the administration is not going to give up that money because they get to spend the money. That's how it comes down to that. That's what it comes down to. Pretty wild. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials and see what the strength versus the weakness. And what we have had out here, bottom line, is that you've had a sideways market all day long. Inside the Dow Industrials out here today, the leader is Apple. That's putting 6 positive points. Home Depot's putting 5. Walmart's putting 5. And the battle is on between Walmart and Amazon. Yesterday we were talking about the Walmart, how basically they're coming after Amazon. And what you had out here today is that what Amazon did, Amazon's up 356 right now. Their minimum, if you weren't a Prime member, had been $35 and you get free delivery. Walmart had matched that yesterday. Guess what? Amazon went down to $25 today. They're both stocks are up. I mean, Amazon's up $3.50. You got Walmart up 83 cents. So this battle is going to intensify, and as I said yesterday, I suspect Bezos is probably I don't think he's going to be happy, but in the context of people have been talking about that. Listen, Amazon is a monopoly, and well, guess what? It's going to be hard to get a monopolistic presence when you're battling Amazon, Walmart like that, because what it's showing very quickly is that the consumer, you and I, are saving money very, very quickly. So inside the Dow out here, you have taken away from it is putting negative points into the Dow out here. Is Chevron's down 10 points, putting 10 negative points in. United Health's putting 8. IBM's still having a problem. That's putting 5.5. DuPont's putting 4. Inside the NDX 100, what we have, strength versus the weakness. The strength out here today, QVC, buying a lot of stuff on TV. Pretty amazing. That's up 10.9%. Marriott's up 6.4%. American Airlines is up 4.9%. And Tesla's up 4.5%. Taken away from it is Liberty is down 3.8%. X-Ray, which is Dentist Supplies, down 3.3%, and Discovery Communication is off 2.4%. So what we have had happen in the last few days is that between the cable channels and Liberty and Discovery Communications, those are what have been moving these markets out here. Some of the higher volume stocks, and this will be a big low volume market out here today. You have Pandora, that's down 38 cents. Apple is up 90. You got, check this out. This is pretty intense. You want to see something. Hertz, HTZ. This thing is getting killed. So Hertz is trading at $11.78. That's the low for the year. The high for the year is 53. And if you want to see a beaten, Kyle Icahn has made billions and billions, no doubt. But guess what? He has taken a beating on this stock. He owns 34.9% of this stock, and this stock has gone from $125 down to $12.99 in the course of August of 2014 to right now. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the GDX. So, GDX trading out here down 8 cents. This little baby has been going against its lowest swing point, and thus far, basically it's hanging tough. What's going to get really intriguing here when we talk about its lowest swing point. So the lowest swing point is $21.14. You made it to $21.22 today. Last Wednesday, it got down to $20.89, rejected that price, got back inside the range, and we'll see whether this can get into higher price. A close right here would be a good start. The reason being is that it had its strength on the 15th of March. And if you take this and we put this on a weekly basis, it's a nice setup on a weekly. Bottom line is that it had gone into the swing points from March, as well as its downdraft in January and its updraft in December, and it held really well on the weekly. We go look at ABX, which is the largest weighting structure inside the GDX. This needs some juice, man. I mean, it's coming into, its strength from the 29th of December with dramatically lighter volume, but you still need a sign of strength. Newmont, which is the second largest weighting inside the GDX, basically is staying inside its larger range, the larger range being $32.48. So there's divergence, no doubt, in between the aspect of the gold market versus the gold and silver equities. XAU, HUI, they're set up the same. We are going to see, after the closeout here today, we get a few of them that are going to be coming out with numbers, and I suspect, we'll see where the babies want to go. Let's go to Jack in Concord, Mass. Hey, Jack, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing well, thank you.
Cool, man. So, you want to look at the king?
Yes, the nonstop king. Yes, please.
Amazon. Okay, so Amazon's trading $9.52. So what are we doing with the king?
I'd like to try to get an entry point on that, but it just hasn't given one up in the past 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. So when Amazon does give it up, it gives it up in a big way, and you will get an entry point in Amazon. I mean, because, if you just look at, October of last year, we went from 847 to 710. It's pretty cool. December of 2015, you went from 679 to 474.
Okay.
So what happens is this, and this is really amazing about Amazon, folks. Let me bring this back further. So what you're going to see on Amazon, and I've noticed this for a long period of time, right? What happens is that it seems like it's never going to give it up, right? Then when it gives it up, it is vicious, okay? And it's really hard to buy because it's like, oh man, this thing, I mean, you see the type of retracement it takes, man? It's like insane.
Yeah.
So the good news is that you're getting ready for it, and you're just going to have to train yourself that, listen, when this thing goes down, I mean, it just goes, man.
What do you think, like 25% weight or 20%?
Yeah. Yeah. It seems that that's what it does,
Yeah.
And, when I look at this now, I mean, you're at 952. The first place I'd say is you get 800 it can back down to, the next correction, and it might do that 657. And that's how it likes to trade, man. I mean, it's traded like that forever too, by the way. If these retracements, you're looking at a monthly, they look small, but they're not. They're all big. They're very big. But guess what? When things start going, Amazon goes first. In fact, I'll show you something. Check this out, folks. Amazon was the first large equity to come off the bottom in the 2008 crash, That's what's amazing. It actually came off the bottom in April of 07, goes from 39 bucks, goes up to 90, and then right at the very end, went back to 34 in November, and then never looked back. Went to 34, and of course we're at 952 right now. But it was the first equity, so.
Yeah, I think Berkshire Hathaway, they might be buying Amazon in the dips too. So.
Well, after that meeting out there, Buffett folks, has a couple new managers, and one of them in particular, he didn't have to get the go-ahead to Buffett, as far as I understand, to go buy Apple because he's running his own deal. But he got into Apple, there's no doubt. So the real question is going to be, is he going to get into Amazon? Is he going to get into Google? is he going to get against that economy?
No.
You know, we'll find out. You know, but the way that I would do it, I'd just sit there and wait, because we're going to get a retracement. The question is, you know, when? You know, what you have out here today, folks, is that the complacency. Yesterday, the VIX closed at a closing price of a 24-year low. And, you know, it closed at 967. Right now, we're at 986. So what that say is that the complacency is out there, that folks are not worrying about any type of retracement whatsoever. And that's a good situation to be in when you're looking to buy something, Jack. It's going to be one of these deals that you just got to sit there and wait. But I can tell you, not in the last retracement, but the one prior to that, I actually wanted to buy Amazon, and it was getting so destroyed. I said, I'm not going to buy that thing, because it was that tough. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, it went down $200 like nothing. You know, so.
Yeah, that goes right back up.
But that's all right. I learned even then, and that's the second time I saw it happen. But I'm just explaining to you, it's very tough because it goes so fast. It's like, oh my God, you know. But as long as you, on a longer basis, man, I mean, Amazon is just killing everything. It just.
I don't see them, you know, really losing their positions in anything that they've done well in.
I agree. So. And not only that, I think they're going to accelerate more. I mean, personally, for what I've done in the last few years, Amazon is my go-to. And I'm talking about a go-to not just for my personal house. I'm talking about bathtubs. You know, in the industrial space, folks, Amazon is delivering bathtubs, and you don't have any cost. It's like, you got to be kidding me. And the more builders that start using it, and they'll use them, because what ends up happening is that we can get the exact same material delivered to the job. They give you a 4-hour window. They call you an hour and a half before it, and they deliver it to the front door. It's like, okay, you're not using a truck to deliver it. You're not using your guys to deliver it. You just have to have someone there. It's like, oh my God, every bathtub I look at, I'm saying to myself, I'm saving at least $150 just on the labor cost. You know?
I guess they're growing quite a bit in the UK too.
Oh yeah, it's, you know, I guess the real question is going to be is, you know, does Walmart compete with them? Well, you know, once you get that button, you just keep hitting Amazon. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yep.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow's down 56. NASDAQ is up 10. S&Ps are up 4.5. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now at 64. You get the NASDAQ up 8. S&Ps are down 5. And if you want to see this sell, folks, okay, bottom line is that, it's just a matter of time when a large fund would come in and say, okay, man, are we going to take this up? We're going to take this down. Which way are we going to take it? And who's going to be on the other side of it? So what you have is that we just had a sell inside the S&P, and it's a big one. 67,000 contracts, folks. And that took it. It got below the lows of yesterday, which is the 2389. That's right where we are right now. And what I expect you're going to see is that this thing, they're going to try to take it. They get 20 minutes to take it deep. And taking it deep, it'll only be down 10 points. But 10 points is going to be quite a bit in the lowest VIX closing in 24 years as of last night. Now, as they were doing that, I wanted to see where they hit simultaneously. And what they hit simultaneously, folks, was the banks. They hit Goldman Sachs, and they hit them fast and furious. They just took Goldman from 224 to 223. You took Bank of America. So most of the time when this happens, you see them hit a few sectors very quickly also. If an operator is going to basically sell or they buy, either way, okay, they're going to not just do one deal, okay? It's going to be, either attacking the market to bring it higher, attacking the market to bring it lower. And they went right after the banks. 2403, we just got down to 2387. We go to J.P. Morgan. We take a look at J.P. Morgan. Let's pull this baby up. So JP, same deal. Yeah, they went right after the banks too. So that just went from $87 to $86.55. That doesn't sound like a lot. That is a lot. However, in the market that we've been in right now. If you do go, actually, let's go to the XLF. So we'll be able to see it right inside the XLF also. Inside the XLF, what you have is that you just went from 2378 to 2366. Let me just see. I bet I can find this too. It's pretty. Yeah, there you go. Is that? Let's see, 44. Oh, you know what's interesting here? Okay, so check this out. This actually 1544 I need, 1523. It's really not that much. They were actually hitting this at 3:04 this afternoon. Someone sold 1.4 million shares. Now, this leg right here just was only 100,000. Not a huge amount for bringing it down that much. Now, you know what they'll find out from that, folks, is this. So picture something. If you're selling a smaller amount, and in fact, it brought it down a half a point, which is pretty hard to do, by the way, inside the XLF, that is telling you that there are no bids on the other side. That's how that shakes out. So this was going to get a little bit interesting coming into the close. What we just did have also, which is pretty wild, is that the GDX almost went positive as they were doing that. The other side of that is that it's not that, well, maybe we'll see if they bought the GDX. So let me pull this up for a second. Not really, no. 1410, there's no 15 numbers in here. Bottom line, though, is it's going positive. So it's going to be really ironic if, in fact, you had the VIX close at the lowest in 24 years last night, and we start getting any volatility into the marketplace. Let's take a look at Disney for a second. So Disney is at 112.01. And that's hanging tough up there, but that has a high volume low, so I expect that's going to get hit. That will, most times Disney folks come out right after the market close. The largest mover inside the Dow Industrials today is Chevron. Chevron's down $1.66. You're trading at 105.02. Now, this is trading at the bottom of its range. Let's go take a look at Exxon. Exxon is trading 82.32. That's getting close to this bottom of its range. And if we go into the futures market, let's go see what gasoline. So check this out, man. This is going to be pretty cool. Gasoline, wholesale gasoline is trading 149. It already broke its range. The range would be 151. And you can make the case. This was pretty wild about this. When that broke that range, 185. Yeah, 30 cents. You're talking about 131. Let me bring this back. When you broke that range, it's saying that XB, let me bring this on a continuous contract. XB1 would be the symbol of a continuous contract, because what that is saying, or that makes sense anyway. Yeah, it's saying we can go to 131. The actual low, the swing low out here is February 2016, which is 113 was the high, and 89 cents was the low. That's almost hard to believe. This, when you look at this gasoline contract, folks, we're either going to be swimming in gasoline, or more people are using electric cars. There's something happening out here, because when I actually take a look at this, you want to see something that's amazing, actually? When you go to try to understand, like, what is the strength versus weakness in sectors, this last bounce inside the gasoline sector only did a 0.382 retracement. That's a very weak bounce in a downdraft. And the reasons I say for a downdraft is that in June of 2014, we were trading at $3.15 wholesale. Your first leg took it down January of 2015 to 122. You did a counter trend bounce 4 months later to 218. Then you bottomed out at 89 cents. This retracement only could do a 0.382. When you only can do a 0.382, that's saying, number one, you have the ability to go back to the low, and the high of the low is 113. Right now, this breakdown here is saying we're going to go to one. Got to get this closer again so I can just look at this. Okay, so this breakdown here is saying it's 148, 58, 68, 78. Yeah, let's say that's saying 118. It's saying we can get to 118 on this breakdown. That would be intense. If we're going to 118, as I just said, we either have a huge amount of gasoline out there, or we're not going to drive anywhere, or electric cars are going to be, basically hitting the gasoline market. And I can actually see how that would happen. There's no doubt between the amount of folks that are getting electric cars for the amount of mileage per car right now. I can see how that basically hits it, and hits it pretty good. Because what tends to happen is that the Saudis, the Russians, they need this price up. I mean, anyone in the business wants the price up. But there'll be desperation out there, and with desperation, if they think this is falling apart, what they're going to do ASAP is that they're going to dump as much. They're claiming they're going to hold back, but they would dump as much on the market as they could, as fast as they could, because they realize that, oh my God, we're going back to 113, we're going back to 110. I will sell as much as I can at this particular point, because they've already been through it. And once you go through it, guess what? You really get to understand very quickly, what is the price now? Give me that price right now. I want it right now. I want the cash right now, because we have plenty of gas for the future. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is down 49. The NASDAQ is up 13. S&Ps are down 350. And we'll see where this baby shakes out coming into the close. What we have after the close, you got a lot of numbers coming in after the close. We got Coca-Cola bottling coming in. That's down $2.23 right now. This is going to be interesting watching this shake out, because this almost looks like it can get down into the price point of $191. Of course, we got Disney coming out. Let's take a look at, no, not that one. It's hard to believe that this Fossil is still, so Fossil, okay, that's coming out after the close also. This is the fashion company. This is the that watch company, all of the above. Now, Fossil has been in a mess. This is in 6 months, it's gone from $36 down to 18. It's trading 18 right now. And we take a look at this on a longer basis, and this has been a one-way trip. We go back to November of 2013 is $134, and now you're talking $18. That's pretty intense. So we'll see where they're going to come from. We take a look at TrueCar. Okay, this is they develop, publish online automotive information. This is a highly liquid stock too. 2 million shares traded today. They're coming out after the close. Well, this is going to be interesting. So check this out. This equity has a 45% short position. Holy cow. Let's read what this says. The company provides data and price reports for cars both online and over the phone to consumers. TrueCar serves customers throughout the United States. And this is coming out with numbers, and this has been a one-way trip. Can you imagine? You got a short position of almost 1 of every 2 shares traded. 2 weeks ago, this goes topside with monster volume, too. So this looks like it's going to be an ABC up. Your A point is 850. Your B's, it's about $7, which gets you 20 bucks. Yeah, this is going to be interesting watching this shake out, man. And $20 wouldn't be that hard to get to in a equity that has a short position that is 45%. Yelp is going to be coming out with numbers after the close. Yelp's trading at $34.67. That's down $1 right now. And this baby here, let's see. So this has gone from 44 to 34 in the last 3 months. Yeah, this baby looks like it wants to test 32. We're at 34 right now. Let's see, is this going to be right after the close? Oops. Yep, that's going to be right after the close. XW. Yeah, Maxwell Technologies. This is after the close too. This stock is trading $6. And this here, this is down from 18 a few years ago. This is just bouncing along the bottom. That's what this has been doing. Volume-wise out here, let's see where we stand coming into this close right now. You're at 641 million on the NYSE. They'll throw a couple $100 million in there, so that gets you up to 840 probably. The Nasdaq Composite. The composite right now, the composite has some volume. This is going to be interesting. The composite is 1.8 billion. So that could get into the 2 billion area, and that'd be intriguing because it has hit a high. You know, composite 61.18. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back. Lots of numbers coming out after the close. Dow Industrials right now down 38. Nasdaq is up 15. S&P's bottom line only down 2. That's where they started out this morning. Gold down 730. That was down $10. That seems to be catching a bid. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Heart will never going to get you wrong, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 36. NASDAQ up 17, S&P's down 3, gold contract down $6.60, trading at $1,220 an ounce. Silver down 9 cents, $16.16 an ounce. Platinum off $13.50 at $9.04 an ounce. Copper flat, $2.48 a pound. Light sweet crude down 46 cents, $45.97 a barrel. But that just can't catch a bid, folks. Gasoline can't catch a bid. Also, we'll be having the API numbers come out about 4:30. We're going to have the government numbers come out tomorrow morning at 10:30. Notes, the 10-year note down 4 ticks, 124.30. 30-year bond down 11 ticks, 150.31. Now, both notes and bonds, folks, bottom line is that they got that rejection. Had lighter volume all day. It was hanging down there. Bottom line, right when we come into the close, they totally rejected that lower price. King dollar. King dollar up 504 ticks, 99.440. King dollars get into the gap right now. We'll see whether they can hold that gap. The euro is trading at 108 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113.84 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? I'm going to pull up the futures first because this is pretty intense what's going on. And specifically what I mean is that the futures are not moving, folks, okay? The S&P futures are not moving. They're only down $3. You're at 23.92. Now, that being said, guess what? You get some of these stocks getting killed after the close out here. If we take a look at TripAdvisor, TripAdvisor closed at 46. Oh, actually, that's trading 46 right now. It was just trading down 3%, but it's trading 46. We'll see if that's correct. PCLN, Priceline closed at $1,911. That's trading at $1,854. Disney come out with numbers. They didn't make their numbers. Disney closed at 112. That's trading at 111. Yelp is the killer out here. This is a trip. Yelp closed at $34. That's trading $25. Big number. EA, that closed at this Electronic Arts, that closed at 96. That's up $7. That's at 104. FOSL, that baby closed at 18, that's trading 15. PETS, this baby closed at 32, that's still trading 32. So bottom line, you're going to have a lot of action out here coming into the next 15 minutes. So let's go over to the S&Ps. First, let's take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY is this. SPY got to a price point today of 240.19. The high of the test, which was on the 26th of April, got to 239.53. We had 84 million shares there. So the S&P, you get a failure in price, a failure in volume. This is subtle. Bottom line, though, you get a failure, and it's pretty amazing how this thing is going to looks like it's going to shake out. Specifically, what I mean is this, is that your high inside the SPY, March 1st, that's your benchmark. That high, $240.32, 149 million shares. It had tested it on the 26th of April with 84 million shares. You failed. Today we failed with 49 million. So bottom line, no buyers, slight sellers. Now we'll see if, in fact, there's not going to be any selling at all in the marketplace. Because this correlation would say now the S&P wants to try to run down to 237.70. The Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow. We have what the Dow is this. Dow Industrials got to 21,046. That closed out at 20,970. That looks like it's going to make a run to 20,847. The NASDAQ Composite and the NDX 100 went to highs, closed at highs. The Composite up $17, 61.20. That has to get under 61.02. NDX 100, same type of setup in the NDX 100. NDX 100 got up to 56.91, closed at 56.78. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract caught a small bid coming into the close. Gold had traded down to 12.14. You're at 12.19 right now. Now, we had lighter volume, but the bottom line is where the danger is inside that gold contract right now is that you did get so deep into the March 15th level. You know, we'll see whether it's going to get down to that 1,200. Right now, 12.21. No, it's okay. So we'll see where this shakes out in the next 15, 20 minutes. If it can get inside 12.21, then it's going to have a shot that we're going to get action tomorrow up until this 12.52 area, which would be pretty intense. Silver, we take a look at the silver. Silver hasn't been able to catch a bid coming into the close. However, you know, we just did. We got to $16.15. Not that that's a huge amount. It's not. But anything inside that $16.10 at least gives it a shot that we may get a counter trend bounce here. Notes. The notes are what is saying that I suspect we're going to have some selling pressure inside this market tonight and tomorrow morning. And then what it is this. The notes did 1 million contracts. We're going into 2 million contracts. So you didn't have sellers in them, number one. We got down to 124.29. We closed at 124. We got down to 124.24. We closed at 124.29. What we had to do is close over 124.23. And 124.28 would even be better. And guess what? We got 124.30. Big number. Notes, we take, that's the notes. King Dollar, what do we got with King Dollar? We take a look at King Dollar. This is what you have with King Dollar. King Dollar traded up 514.6, 99.440. The gap is 99.560. So we went to 565. I suspect we're going to try to get right into that level overnight and tomorrow morning. What we had coming into the close out here is that you start with some volatility. The yen, inside the yen went from a price point of 114.33 to 113.85. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. We got a lot of numbers coming up. Dow Industrials finished down 36. NASDAQ was up 17. S&Ps are down $1.50. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. And what's going to get intriguing here, I was just doing that gold contract, folks. We got action out here. This is going to get really interesting watching this shake out. So gold is down at 12.14. Bottom line is at 12.22 right now, and you have some real strength in this baby. If you take a look at this, someone just came in here and just goosed it from 12.19 to 12.26. So the bottom line is that in the course of, literally in the course of 10 minutes, they just took it up, they took it up $8. It doesn't look like it wants to stop at this particular point. We go take a look at Disney. Disney come out with numbers. Disney, this is how the numbers go on Disney. ESPN is going to be really challenging, folks. No two ways about it. They missed their revenue numbers. The estimate, their earnings per share, the estimate was $1.51. They come in with $1.40 when they come in $1.50. You can see the market never believes, most times it never believes, when you make your earnings but you don't make your revenue. Big number. That's how this thing normally shakes out. So let me see where. Okay, so the revenue number, they were expecting $13.45 billion. They came in with $13.34 billion. And the culprit here, no doubt, is going to be ESPN. Sales at the cable division total of $4.1 billion. That missed the $4.2 billion. That was compiled by Bloomberg. The results show that they're having trouble with their largest business. That's the bottom line. It's good old ESPN, folks. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do every Tuesday and Thursday. Andy's got a great show right here at TFNN. You can get it 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday, Thursday. Get it right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. And when you do come over to our website at TFNN, let's see our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. He just started a great new newsletter. You can subscribe to this newsletter by coming over to our website at TFNN. Check it out right on the front page. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom? I'm feeling a little goosed.
You feeling a little what?
A little goosed, like the gold market.
Oh, I know, man. That was a trip. That was a big move in a very short period of time, in a very
illiquid time.
That's right. No doubt. But that's a real buyer. That's the bottom line. You know.
Yes, no question. I mean, I've been looking today. I've been looking at palladium because palladium's been the best performer in the sector. Not just over the last couple of weeks, since January 2016.
Yes.
And silver's gone from 1872 to 1615. Gold's gone from $2.50 shy of 1,300 to 1,220. Platinum 993 to 900, and palladium is hanging around $800.
I know, man. It's crazy.
It's like a paradox here, and I'm looking at it. This thing has been making higher lows and higher highs. And Tom, a couple of interesting things. The platinum palladium spread is down at about $109. That's the lowest level in a long time.
That's so
very
weird,
long time.
Yeah.
And if it gets tighter, there's a very good chance that we're going to see demand for platinum start to increase, because platinum does have a higher melting point, higher boiling point, and a higher density than palladium, slightly.
Yes.
But it will start to pay for industry. If they got to pay the same, they'll probably
buy a better product, right? No,
they'll buy platinum.
Yeah.
So keep your eye on this thing. Now, the other thing is that, palladium, these markets are crazy. Palladium can all of a sudden fall apart here. I mean,
listen,
very easily.
I've owned all of them, and the difference, folks, with palladium, I mean, coin-wise, it's not even close. It's it's not even close. But guess what? It's worth money. That's the other side of it. So
yeah, right. And I'm just thinking maybe this is a good place to kind of start scaling into long platinum, short palladium. Palladium's all-time high was $1,090.
Okay.
And that occurred back in 2001.
Yeah, that was after. Well, I guess
that was the whole Russian thing.
Exactly. First they pushed everything out, and then they claimed they were out of it. Right? Yeah. Right.
But Russia's the biggest producer of this stuff. It's a byproduct of nickel. But I'm just looking from the industrial point of view, and not even the health of the industrial, just the kind of chemical properties of palladium. And, the more it gains on platinum, the more interesting it's going to become and more supportive it's going to become for platinum. So just wanted to give a heads up out there.
It's a huge point. There's no doubt. It's like, oh, my
God. Huge point. No question. But meanwhile, hey, we had a nice rally in gold, but it's still, looking pretty ugly here. 1,200 support, 1,570 support in silver, 890, 886 support in platinum. We're talking about support, not resistance. That's for sure.
Right.
And the dollar index, these things came down. Well, the dollar was on its, rear end.
Oh yeah.
And now the dollar looks like it's gonna pop. This French election was we said it last week, Tom, a classic case of buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah. Well, what's going to be interesting here, folks, and this is where this is shaking out tonight. So the first sell down on the S&P, if we take a look at this S&P for a second, because, when I was just live, Andy, at 3:30, I mean, the VIX last night that was an all-time, it was a 24-year closing low.
Yeah.
And then what happened, folks, at 3:30, you had the first sell down, and the S&P went from 23.95 down to 23.89. Big deal, but that's okay. What that's all about, and this is where this is going to get interesting, is that it looks like we'll find out when they're going to do it. The North Korea ambassador says the country is going to proceed with a 6th nuclear test. This is Sky reported this. It doesn't say when yet, but that's what's moving the gold market right now too, Andy.
These people are crazy.
Yeah, well,
they're really
let's see.
crazy.
Says it doesn't know what time the test will be conducted at the place and time is decided by our supreme leader. The U.S. cannot attack us first. If the U.S. moves an inch, then we are ready to turn to ashes any available strategic assets of the U.S. Now that's Sky reports. That came in. That just came in, but that's what I suspect moved the S&Ps and just moved the gold market. So.
That's a Rupert Murdoch station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting, man. I'll tell you that much. Never a dull moment, right?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it, man.
No, never a dull moment. Very interesting. So,
hey,
so
what do you
the
think about
yeah.
what about this gasoline, man? Gasoline and oil, man.
Yeah, no. Well, listen, let's put the oil chart up. We had quite a spike down the end of last week,
That
down
was
to
amazing,
43.
wasn't it?
That was amazing. And it snapped right back. The gasoline cracks are still a little bit higher than they were on the lows.
Okay.
I think this thing is going to play out. Don't forget, you got 16 days till the OPEC meeting. I don't know if they're going to kill oil ahead of that meeting, even though it's meaningless. I think we're closer to the lows than I think we're closer to a bounce level than a cascade lower.
Stay right there, folks. Andy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Be right back, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. We are talking markets, and of course, don't forget, Andy has a great show every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN. No matter where you are listening, remember that you can get it right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. So
this VIX ain't going to stay too low for too long.
Well, that's the theory.
That's what I mean. Listen, it can. But,
listen, I agree. I'm just stating,
It is the theory. Yeah.
It is the theory. Okay.
We got to. The theory will, eventually become the reality. The question is, what what's the deal? What's the deal? I just think, listen, in the stock market, folks, the fact that the VIX is so low, it makes options really cheap.
Right.
Options are really cheap now, and they're great vehicles because they limit risk in a market where no one seems to be concerned about risk. But believe me, they will if things turn around.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We were talking about this morning, folks, when Tommy and I were doing the 10 o'clock in the morning show. When you look at the risk premiums, we were, whether you're trading the options or you're trading the Nadex platform, bottom line is that you'd be really surprised that you're paying all of 4 ticks, not even a point, to put option positions on, which is just absolutely amazing, you know.
Yep. I prefer to pay premiums here. I understand Dave's saying that options are to reduce risk, not to take on more. But when options become very, very cheap, I think that they are a decent way, a decent vehicle.
He's saying he's using that, I suspect. Well, I don't know how he's using it, but there's plenty of people that trade options, and you can trade options every day. You know?
Right, exactly. I mean,
if you're going in and out of options, it's just like an equity. There's no difference. You know.
You can certainly use them to reduce risk. If you have a big portfolio, you can buy some options to protect it. No question about it. Sure. But you can also put a toe in a dangerous market with an option.
Yeah, and you can trade them like.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them.
The spread. You know.
By the way, when you go to the regular market, you know, you can bet long or short. The only way you could bet that the market's going nowhere is options. That's right. That's the beauty of options, too. They give you a lot more, you know, they're kind of like a chess game, you know?
No, listen. They just to give you an idea today, folks, okay, you can bet and trade in the money options on the S&P. Now, picture the SPY trading at $240, right? That option that doesn't expire until June, the 3rd week in June, you can trade that option for all of $3.25. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty intense. And that's the aspect that this is what's so amazing about the VIX, folks. What that is projecting is that it would basically go up on a steady basis, meaning you go up little by little, but they're not expecting a large move up or down. That's the thing that's amazing about it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
Yeah. Amazing. And I'm looking at copper here, and that's also flashing a little bit of a warning sign. You know, copper is fast approaching key support, which is at around $2.45 a pound.
Okay, and we're at $2.49 right now.
Right, 249-ish. And you know, we broke out, Tom, above, like, I'd say 231.45, 232 back in November. We've never revisited that level of resistance that became critical support. And I would imagine that there's going to be a lot of congestion between 232 and 245 if we get down there. And if the action in iron ore and crude oil and all these other commodities are telling us anything, there's a pretty good chance we might get down there.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah. So you know. And tomorrow is WASDE Day.
Oh, is it?
Tomorrow is the World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimates Report, the monthly report coming out from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Come out tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. The May report is not an important report, but after all the volatility we saw last week in the grain markets based on that snowstorm, you know, any kind of surprises that come out of there could certainly move these markets around, shake them and bake them.
Oh, there's no two ways about that. Well, you know what's going to be, let's see, and I think most of the times this API comes out at 4:30. Let me see.
Yeah, 4:30 should have just come out, the API.
Let me see if I can find it right now.
And bake the oil markets, that's for sure.
Here we go. Okay, so
what do we got?
Crude oil. API said U.S. crude stockpiles fell by 5.79 million barrels last week.
That's big.
That's big. Okay.
That's big. And gasoline?
Gasoline, here it is. Okay, so let me pull this up on the other so everyone can see it on Tiger TV. Okay, crude inventories fell 5.7 million barrels last week. Cushing was minus 133,000 barrels. Gasoline, look at this. They added 3.17 million barrels.
That makes sense, Tom. We're coming into driving season. The refineries are working. What about distillates?
Minus 1.17 million barrels.
I think that's a fairly friendly report given where the price is.
Yeah, and it says that crude draw would be the largest since December when compared with the EIA data.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty friendly data. Gasoline, hey, maybe the crack spread will come down a little bit, but listen, they're getting ready for a big driving season, and the way they do that is to build inventories. Don't forget, driving season doesn't really officially start until the school year ends. That's when the driving really increases. Drive those kids all over the place. It burns a lot of gasoline.
Yeah, and so crude is catching a little bit. The USO closed at 9.57. It's trading 9.64 right now. So
all right. Yeah. So crude oil needs a little bit of an injection of something. That's for sure. A little. I think it needs a little those paddles that they revive things with. And natural gas, Tom. That is, to me, that's unbelievable. Let's point something out about natural gas.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's go to the monthly chart. Let's look at open interest. I just got to get the figure. 1.54 million contracts. The highest since April 2013 and very, very close. Around 20,000 contracts off of all-time highs. Even though nat gas is not moving, it's trading between 315 and 330.
Yeah.
The number of positions is growing and growing and growing. And I think there's a lot of hedging going on in there. I think there's some longs. I think there's some shorts. I think that the market structure favors the shorts because natural gas is in contango out till January. So each time the shorts have to roll their positions, they wind up selling at a premium, buying back at a discount, putting some money in their pockets, and the longs have to pay to play.
Yes.
So, it's a very interesting market, but there's a lot going on there, but the price ain't moving.
No, it's not. And, what happens, folks, is that we have the oil numbers tomorrow at 10:30, gas numbers Thursday at 10:30. So.
I said the price ain't moving, but it will.
Yeah.
Oh, and you could be sure of that. It will. At some point, this price will move. We're also coming into hurricane season, which is always, always has potential. And let me tell you why hurricane season is a little bit more important for nat gas this year.
Okay.
We have, a lot of the infrastructure is located in North Louisiana, but it's all over the country.
Right.
Not as important as it used to be in previous years. But in Louisiana, on the coast, is all of this LNG refining business where they're turning the gas into the liquid for export from the Louisiana coast. So you get a storm that hits that. Could be very, very interesting for the price of natural gas because it's become more important.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Listen, folks, right here, 5 o'clock, go on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Andy, thank you so much. We look forward to the show at 5.
Thanks, Tommy.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Sure.
You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Don't forget, right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, 24 hours a day, folks. Coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Let's go over some of these numbers. Priceline, PCLN. Priceline closed at a price point of $1,911. It's trading at $1,840 right now, so you're down, $71. Let's see what they have to say. Their estimate, earnings per share, this is pretty wild, again. So the earnings per share, the estimate was $8.83. They made $9.88. Market's not believing them. Why? Because I suspect that you're going to see either a revenue shortfall. Let's see what they're having out here. So, yeah, it's a revenue shortfall. So the estimate revenue is $2.45 billion. They come in $2.42 billion. So you can see this is pretty wild, actually. They're saying they made $1.05 more per share. But bottom line is that the other side of that, the market is saying, well, if that's the case, that's a one-time deal because you should have took in more money. Current earnings in the current period will be $13.30 to $14 a share. The company said in the statement, analysts has estimated $14.99. First quarter revenue is $2.42 billion. They were looking for $2.4 billion. Now that's Priceline. Now what is intriguing here is that now we get TripAdvisor. Okay, so TripAdvisor, online travel research company. They specialize in hotels, breakfast, lodge and vacation rentals. That closed at $46.92. That is trading at $50. So let's see what they have to say. Also let's kind of look at this. The difference, Priceline is at highs. TripAdvisor has already got smoked. TripAdvisor is down from a price in the high of 2014. At $111 and just $46. So there is a big difference there also. We take a look at the numbers on TripAdvisor. So the estimate was 26 cents. They made 24. Now that's intriguing. So they actually made less. The revenue, $376 million. They made $372. So the bottom line is that they also missed. But guess what? Whatever is inside there, they kind of are digging it. Yelp is getting really toasted and roasted out here. Yelp closed at $34.70. It's trading at 25, so you're down, what's that? Oh, my God. You're down $9. Let's see what they have to say. So they cut their yearly forecast. The estimate was 16 cents. Here's another one. The estimate was 16 cents, and they come in with 19 cents. Their revenue... They're just killing this stock. Their revenue estimate was $198.4 million. They came in at $197.3 million. There's this. Yeah. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so check this out. The estimate was 16 cents. And this is always tricky, folks. They came in with a adjusted earnings per share of 19 cents, but that adjusted earnings per share is going to end up being a loss. Yelp on Tuesday reported a loss of $4.8 million in the first quarter. On a per share basis, the San Francisco company said it had a loss of 6 cents. Bottom line is that you can see what these adjusted numbers look like. So that is pretty wild when you're talking about an adjusted number. There's no two ways about that. We go take a look at NVDA. Now, this is going to be pumping up the NDX 100. NVIDIA closed at $102.94. That's traded at 116. Number-wise, go like this. Inside NVIDIA, the estimate was 81 cents. They made 85 cents. Earnings per share. Estimate for revenue, $1.9 billion. They came in at $1.94 billion. So bottom line is that they got some action happening out here. NVIDIA closed at 102. It's trading up $14 right now at 116. And let's see where this looks at. So you got a high of 119. Oh, this is pretty wild. Let me bring this back. So this is going to go after its high. And you know what this has? This has a high volume high at 119. This is pretty cool to watch, folks. I talk about high volume lows quite a bit. This has a high volume high, and it never got tested. Oh no, it did get tested. It got tested the week of February 10th. The test was on pretty good volume too. We did 104 million going into 171, and it never came off those highs with volume. So that's going to be another test out there. Franco-Nevada. Franco-Nevada came out with numbers. This is a royalty stock. Now, these gold stocks, folks, don't trade after hours. You won't see them trading, basically. But numbers, I'll show you what the numbers are. The estimate was 22 cents. It's trading they made 25 cents. Revenue, estimate was $160 million. They made 172 million. So bottom line is that they beat both the top line and the bottom line, and you know, that will basically put some juice into Franco-Nevada tomorrow. Let's see what they're saying out here. So their highlights, they sold 131,578 gold equivalent ounces. That's a new record and a 23.4% increase year over year. Their revenue is 172.7 million. That's a 30.8% increase year over year. Their adjusted EBITDA is 128.5 million, or 72 cents a share. Net income was 26 cents a share, or 45.6 million. They have 283 million in cash or cash equivalents and no debt. And if you want to see something that's pretty wild, these royalty companies, they do that, folks, with 26 employees. It runs like a bank. That's how that baby shakes out. Let's go see if SLW come out with numbers yet. Silver Wheaton is going to be coming out with numbers. That closed at 1926, and no, they haven't come out yet. A lot of these come out actually 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night too. EA, Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts closed at $96. That's trading at $99.78 right now. And that baby is, I believe that's going to be a high. There it is. That's, you know, closed at a high today. Yep. So let's see what Electronic Arts has to say. Electronic Arts, the estimate was 75 cents. They made 85 cents. They're announcing a 1.2 billion buyback. Revenue, look at this. This is pretty intense. Revenue, they expected 1.09 billion, and they took in 1.53 billion. That is intense. Yeah. I'm surprised it's not up even more than that. That is one monster number. Coca-Cola. Let's go take a look. Now, this is Coca-Cola bottling. Actually, let's go look at Disney first, because Disney closed at 112. It's trading at 109.75. And what you're going to see out here, this is a high volume low that wants to get tested from last week, folks. Oh, look at it. It's 109.06. So that's where that baby's going to. If you test that with volume tomorrow, this thing will start heading down to 103. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back with a few more numbers for you. Dow Industrials finished down 36. NASDAQ up 17. S&Ps are off $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And, inside the Disney, folks, okay, it's pretty amazing. The company is powerful beyond belief, and just about every other part of Disney was making money hand over fist. Bottom line is that because they make so much money inside the ESPN cable division, that is what basically is taking these guys south. They missed there, and they missed pretty good. Their profits slid 3%. And what ends up happening, of course, is that the aspect of public companies, they don't want your best operating going down versus going up. Because when you actually look inside a scale here, I'll actually show you the scale. This is a scale of the amount of subscribers that ESPN has right now. And you're going to see that the scale went from, almost 100 million subscribers 5 years ago. They had 90 million now. That's a big number. They have been losing subscribers for 3 straight years. That being said, every other part of Disney is on fire. But guess what? That's not going to be enough because of the difference and the amount of money that they actually make on a consistent basis. You know, their parks are always doing pretty good, but they can go up and down. Their movies are basically huge, but guess what? You only need a couple movies that don't make money, and what the difference is pretty dramatic. Shanghai, which they opened last June, is doing really well. That rose 20%, but that's only a $750 million inside that division versus a company that is just taking huge amounts of money in. As I said, the cable division is $4 billion. Yeah, that's what they took in. They were expecting $4.2 billion. The film division, you know, did great. It grew 21%, but guess what? That's still only $656 million versus those billion-dollar numbers. So, you know, I suspect what you're going to see more selling pressure inside Disney. And the way this is laid out at this particular point is that it wants to test this high volume low, and this very well could be an ABC structure on the way down. So Disney, you know, last week traded right down to 109, and that came down from 116. It was fast and furious. It's a high volume low down there. You break that high volume low with volume, and you get 116. That's a 7-point ABC down, which gets you to 105. And I could see 105 pretty easy. Actually, you could see 103. Because as soon as, if 108 doesn't hold, 103 is game very quickly. And 103 game would do some destruction to that stock. The reason being is that that brings the stock back to December 8th. And that is problematic in a huge way. On a longer-term basis, Disney did a huge counter-trend bounce. So the first time that Disney came down and came down hard was on August of 2015. That's when those numbers came in for the second year, lower on ESPN. Disney went from 122 to 90. It took it this long, from August of 2015, just to get back up into that 116 area. Now you're going to be back down to the bottom of this consolidation. So that's a big consolidation. There's going to be big numbers out there. Tomorrow, NVDA, what it looks like tomorrow, what you're going to have out here, which is going to be pretty wild, is the NASDAQ more than likely is still going to catch a bid. S&P, though, bottom line, doesn't look like it's going to catch a bid because Disney's going to put pressure on it. They have Priceline putting pressure on it on the way down. You stay right there. I'm Mr. Andy Heck is coming up next, folks. Growling and prowling with you. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, and always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great night, safe night, folks. Look forward to speaking and right back here, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.